Imagine absolute silence. A silence that doesn't weigh, doesn't frighten, doesn't wound. It simply embraces. The camera glides slowly through this serene emptiness, as if the world were suspended in the last breath of existence. And then the question appears, almost whispered. What should we do at the moment of death? Bhagavan responds, not as someone who teaches, but as someone who reveals a secret too ancient to fit into words. He says that a devotee never dies, because deep down, he already died long ago. He died to the ego. He died to the world that imprisons. He died to the illusions that bind consciousness like invisible chains. And then another question rises. What should a devotee do at the moment of death? What could anyone do when facing something that seems so final? The scene deepens. Low light. The sound of the world drifts away. Bhagavan explains, everything a man thought throughout his life returns in his final instant. The worldly man thinks of what he accumulated. The devotee thinks of the divine. Just as a river can only return the water that once flowed through it, death only reveals what has always lived inside the heart. But there is a third kind of being, the Jnani, the awakened one. For him, there are no final thoughts. There are no fears, no farewells. His thoughts died long before the body did. And when the mind dies while the body still lives, physical death loses its dramatic power. For him, there is no ending. There is only continuity. People fear death because they fear losing their belongings, their stories, their identities. But they do not fear falling asleep, even though sleep is almost a small daily death. They rest peacefully because they know that, upon waking, everything will be there again. Objects, routines, names, memories. The Jnani, however, carries no possessions. He owns nothing. He loses nothing. He fears nothing. He remains exactly what he has always been, before, during, and after the departure. Then another question arises. What happens after death? How long does it take to be reborn? Bhagavan smiles like someone watching a person search for a door, while already standing outside it. He answers, you do not know what you were before you were born, yet you want to know what you will be after death. Before seeking the future, discover the present. Discover who you are now. Because birth and rebirth belong to the body, not to the real self. As long as you believe you are only this body, you fear its fall, its end, its silence. But when you discover the self that exists behind it, these questions dissolve like snow under the sun. The scriptures speak of creation, of worlds, of cycles, only so you may understand the now. They describe births and rebirths, so that you may investigate your own identity, until you realize that none of this is literal, that all of it belongs to the realm of form, not essence. Bhagavan reveals the final truth. In reality, there is no reincarnation at all. Not before, not now, not ever. For those who forget the self, yes, there is death and return. But for those whose minds have already died, those who awaken to the luminous and eternal truth, there are no more cycles, no more descents, no more returns. Ignorance creates birth. Wisdom dissolves time. To forget the self is to fall into an endless dream in which the soul wanders through countless lives. To awaken to the self is to realize that all of it was nothing more than a projection of the mind, a film playing on an empty screen. Bhagavan concludes, die to illusion while you are still alive. Discover your immortal identity and live eternally.